Good day, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rishal Comendador, and I am one of the members of Group 2. Today, we are going to discuss the 5 pillars of traffic management. Before that, I just want to ask you one question. What is the pillars of traffic? So the pillars of traffic, these are the main areas of traffic management, also known as the A's of traffic. For a better understanding of the various areas of traffic management, the following pillars are conceived. So we have traffic engineering, traffic education, traffic enforcement, traffic environment, and lastly we have traffic economy. I will discuss the first pillar, which is traffic engineering. The rest of the pillars will be discussed by other members of the group. So, what is traffic engineering? Traffic engineering is the first pillar of traffic management, right? So it is the science of measuring traffic and travel, studying the basic laws of relative to traffic flow and generation, and applying this knowledge to the professional practice of planning, deciding, and operating traffic system. Firstly, as stated above, is the science of measuring traffic and travel, which means that it is a phase of engineering that deals with the planning, geometric design, and traffic operations of roads, streets, and highway, as well as relationships with other modes of transportation for the achievement of safe and efficient transportation. All the things that are seen on the road are being called traffic facilities. These are the roads, road pavement markings, what else? Traffic signs and signals. So those are the products of engineering. And they are designed for safety purposes. Just like, for example, there are traffic congestions, heavy traffic, and people are prone to accident on that certain road or highways. So traffic engineers are the ones who are obliged to cope with that particular problem, and determine the kinds of roads that are needed to be designed and developed to ensure smooth traffic flow and avoid any potential incidents. In addition, it is also the study of basic laws. So in order to reduce accident and injuries, the key importance of traffic rules and signs is to maintain safety because there are many obstacles and dangers to that road that can cause harm, put drivers at risk, and reduce the possibilities of accidents happening. Lastly, traffic engineering is an operating traffic system. So to make the movement of goods and people as efficient, orderly, and safe as possible, this applies to everyone who uses the roads, not only motor vehicles, operators, but also pedestrians and cyclists. It's clear that traffic engineering techniques are used in traffic management in order to achieve safe and efficient transportation of people and goods. Also, engineers work to ensure that roads are designed and operated in a way that minimizes congestion and accident while also providing adequate capacity for the level of traffic. So next, we have the 3 functions of traffic engineering, and it will be further discussed by Ms. Diesel Caputulan.
Good day, everyone. I am Diesel Caputulan, the reporter in relation with the traffic engineering. Traffic engineering has different functions. So first is fact-finding survey and recommendations of traffic rules and regulations. Traffic engineers conduct survey to gather data, to generate conclusions and recommendations regarding the rules and regulations of traffic. Next is supervision and maintenance to the application of traffic control devices. Another function of traffic engineering is to supervise and maintain the application of traffic control devices to guide traffic movement, to control vehicle speed, and to warn of potentially hazardous conditions. The example of traffic control devices are sign signals, pavement markings, and other devices placed along highways and streets to move vehicles and pedestrians safely and efficiently. And then the last function is planning of traffic regulations. One also of the functions of a traffic engineer is to plan traffic regulations that motorists must obey in order for the vehicles to move efficiently and to prevent road crash. These regulations are designed to protect you and other drivers on the streets. Examples of traffic regulations are motorists strictly follow all the road sign signals. Motorists should never drink alcohol before or while driving and to always fasten seatbelts while driving. That's all, and let's proceed to the next pillar of traffic management. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Dave Quizon and I will be discussing traffic education. Traffic education is the second pillar of the traffic management. So this pillar is the process of giving training and practice in the actual application of the traffic safety knowledge. So this pillar gives us knowledge and guidance to becoming a safety traffic user. So this can be carried out into three following levels. First is the imparting knowledge concerning traffic safety. Next is the training and practice and the actual application of the traffic safety. Last is to develop traffic safety morality. So traffic education has area responsible of. First is the schools. It is either public or private. It's giving us knowledge on traffic management. So first in the elementary, it is focusing on safety and guides stressing traffic safety. In the secondary, students are geared towards school safety organizations. In the higher education or the college level, it conducts courses regarding traffic safety subjects. Next, responsible for traffic education is a public information programs. It gives us and disseminates information towards traffic safety. And the last one is the citizen supports group. So that will be all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Janicol Sumel Quizon. In this day, I will discuss the biorhythm theory by Wilhelm Fliess. Biorhythm theory is the theory which asserts that a man exhibits constant variation of life, energy, and mood states. So this theory focuses on the cycle of human body. According to Wilhelm Fliess, our body are influenced by three rhythmic cycles such as physical, emotional, and intellectual. In physical, there are two physical cycles. First is the physical high. In physical high, we tend to be energetic, strong, full of vitality. The second is physical low. In physical low, we tend to be tired quickly, tend to be succumb to illness easily. The second cycle is the emotional cycle. There are two types of emotional cycle, which is emotional high. In emotional high, we tend to be creative, artistic, cheerful, and happy. The second is emotional low. In emotional low, we feel moody, irritable, or depressed. And the lastly, the intellectual cycle. First is the intellectual high. In intellectual high, we're able to think quickly and logically. And the second is intellectual low. In intellectual low, we have poor judgment and etc. That was the end of my discussion. Thank you.
The third pillars of traffic management. Traffic enforcement, it deals mostly on the implementation and enforcement of traffic laws, rules and regulations, help to reduce crime as well traffic crashes. There are three important goals of enforcement activities. First, increase safety level. Second, increase traffic efficiency. Third, ensure harmonious and comfortable environment. There are three agencies involved in the enforcement of traffic: Land Transportation Office, RA 4136, Legislative Bodies National Local, Police Traffic Enforcement. So first, there are four land transportation of RA 4136. First, vehicle registration. Second, vehicle inspection. Third, driver licensing, examination, suspension, and revocation in the last one public to police stolen wanted vehicle. Second, legislative bodies, national, local. And the last one, there are three police traffic enforcement. So first, Metropolitan Police Development Authority, PRNC. Second one, police auxiliaries, in the last one, LTO Enforcement Service. Traffic arrest is an enforcement action which is consists taking a person into custody, purpose of holding, detaining, and to answer a charge of violating before a court. Arrest is made when the offense committed serious, there is necessity to avoid continuous violation, there is reasonable doubt that violator will not appear in court. Function of traffic enforcement: promote, sustain compliance with traffic laws through deterrence, prevent hazardous traffic situation from occurring, thus prevent or reduce number of traffic accidents. Traffic investigation: to identify the root cause of the accident and an effort to make recommendation or to take corrective to prevent future occurrence of the same or a similar event. Traffic direction and control can be utilized to deal with the movement of development of cars and other sorts of transportation of framework. Without traffic control, vehicle will be unable to move from place another. Case when that happens, accidents would inevitably occur. Traffic apprehension.
Good day, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. Before we delve into our lesson, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the topic and provide some context for what we will be exploring together. I will be continuing the topic of one of the 5 pillars in traffic management, which is the traffic enforcement. We will start with traffic warnings. So, traffic warnings are cautionary measures used to alert drivers about potential hazards, road conditions, or regulatory changes to ensure safety on the roads. They can be in the form of sign, signals, or verbal instructions. These warnings aim to prompt drivers to be vigilant, adjust their speed, follow specific instructions, and take necessary precautions to prevent accidents or traffic disruptions. An example of a traffic warning is a signage which indicates speed limit of 50 km per hour. This provides alert to drivers that they should not exceed 50 km per hour to ensure road safety. There are 3 types of warning. First is the visual warning. Visual warnings in traffic refers to signals or signs that convey information through visual cues to alert drivers about potential hazards or changes in road conditions. Example include flashing lights on a school zone sign to indicate reduced speed limits during specific times, or illuminated arrows indicating lane closures or diversions ahead due to construction or accidents. Second, we have the verbal warning. Verbal warning in traffic refers to when a law enforcement officer advises a driver about a violation without issuing an official citation or ticket. It's a verbal caution to encourage compliance with traffic rules. Example, a police officer pulls over a driver for minor speeding offense, but instead of issuing a ticket, the officer verbally warns the driver about the speed limit and advises them to drive more cautiously in the future. Lastly, we have a written warning. A written warning in traffic enforcement is an official document issued by law enforcement to notify a driver about a minor infraction or violation. It serves as a cautionary measure without imposing fines or penalties. For instance, if a driver is stopped for slightly exceeding the speed limit but doesn't have a history of violations, the police officer might issue a written warning instead of a ticket. This written warning serves as a notice, reminding the driver to obey traffic laws and cautioning them that future violations could result in penalties. So let us now proceed and tackle to the type of traffic patrol. Here we have line patrol and area patrol. So line patrol, it refers to a method used by traffic patrols where officers monitor and control traffic along designated routes or specific lines, such as highways, major roads, or intersections. They ensure compliance with traffic laws, maintain order, and assist drivers when needed. For example, officers conducting a line patrol might monitor a highway to check for speeding vehicles, ensure lane discipline, and respond to any accidents or breakdowns to keep traffic flowing smoothly and safely. We have the area patrol, which indicates that in traffic monitoring that involves law enforcement regulatory monitoring and patrolling specific zones or regions to ensure general safety and compliance with traffic laws. So, for example, a police department might assign officers to conduct area patrol in a high accident zone or a neighborhood known for traffic violations. During an area patrol, officers might drive through a designated area, monitor traffic flow, look for violations, and take appropriate actions such as issuing warnings or citation to enforce traffic laws and maintain safety. We are now done with the kinds of warnings under traffic warning and the types of traffic patrol. Let us now end our lesson with the last topic, which is the types of traffic observation. First, we have stationary traffic observation. Stationary traffic observation involves monitoring traffic from a fixed position, such as a traffic camera, a police checkpoint, or an officer station at a specific location. This method allows authorities to track traffic flow, detect violations, and ensure road safety without moving along with the traffic. For example, a traffic camera installed at an intersection constantly observes and records the movement of vehicles, capturing instances of red light violations or monitoring overall traffic conditions at that spot. Similarly, a police officer stationed on the side of the road watches for speeding or other infractions while remaining in one place. So second is the conspicuous traffic observation. Conspicuous traffic observation refers to the deliberate and visible monitoring of traffic activities by law enforcement or authorities in a highly noticeable manner to deter violations and ensure compliance with traffic rules. For example, conspicuous traffic observation can involve the presence of police officers in marked vehicles parked at strategic locations on a highway. This serves as a visible deterrent to speeding or other traffic violations. This method aims to encourage motorists to adhere to traffic laws by knowing they are being actively monitored. Third is the visible traffic observation. So, visible traffic observation refers to the act of monitoring and assessing traffic conditions by physically being present at the location to observe and manage traffic flow. Law enforcement officers or traffic personnel often conduct visible traffic observation to ensure safety and regulate traffic. So, here's the example. Police officer stationed at an intersection directing traffic during rush hour is a visible traffic observation method. Another instance is a traffic warden monitoring a school zone to ensure the safe passage of children crossing the road. This visible presence help regulate traffic, prevent accidents, and maintain order on the roads. Last but not the least, we have concealed traffic observation. Concealed traffic observation involves law enforcement monitoring traffic without being readily visible to drivers, often to catch traffic violations discreetly. Example, police officers use unmarked vehicles equipped with cameras or radar to monitor speeding drivers without being easily noticeable on the road. So this is the end. I hope our discussion about the lessons was informative and helpful, and I thank you for exploring these lessons with me. Remember, staying informed about the traffic rules and observation method is the key to ensuring safety on the road. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening.
Hello, Sir Pinto. We will now proceed to traffic ecology or traffic environment. This pillar is very recent, which includes the study of potentially disastrous population explosion, changes in urban environment due to the scale and density of new urban concentration and new activities carried out, air pollution and crowding, especially transportation congestion which results therein. Traffic ecology is the effect that traffic systems and management have on our health, immediate environment, and climate. Traffic ecology is a complex system composed of roads, land, energy, environment, and population. It is an important part of construction of ecological and livable cities and also an essential component of the high-quality urban development. These are the environmental effects of the urbanization, transportation that we must consider. The first is noise. The ill effect of noise is one of the major considerations in the evaluation of the consequences of traffic urbanization to the environment. Road construction noise and traffic noise can have a multitude effects on animals and their acoustic environment in both terrestrial and aquatic habitats. At the level of an individual animal, these effects may include behavioral changes, increased physiological stress, injury, or death. The next is vibration. Effect can be severe, particularly when the building is old. While there are subjective costs from experiencing vibration, a minimum cost of damage or prevention can be established from experience and experiment. Construction vibrations affects structures in two major ways. Those vibrations may produce direct damage to structures and make damage due to the vibration-induced settlement. Vibration structures depend on soil structure interaction which determines a structure response to the ground excitations. Air pollution. It is one of the more difficult problems because of the complexity of the issues involved. The effects of pollution are also strongly affected by meteorological and even microclimate. Air pollution can damage crops and trees in a variety of ways. Ground level ozone can lead to reductions in agricultural, crop, and commercial forest yields, reduce growth and survivability of tree seedlings, and increase plant susceptibility to disease, pest, and other environmental stresses such as harsh weather. Dirt. These are foul and filthy substances related motor vehicles use, such as empty can of oils, grease materials, and etc. Vehicles spend more time on the road, idling, crawling, and undergoing many stop-go events. That inevitably leads to an increase in emissions. The burning of fuel creates numerous harmful bioproducts, all having a damage effect on the health of humans, animals, and the local vegetation.
So, I'm Earl Joshua Dinzon. So, I am the continuation of topic of kanang environmental, traffic environmental and ecology. Neighborhood severance, both physical and sociological. So, these can partly be qualified in terms of changes, changed travel time and cost, and accident experience to the pedestrian and traffic. So, this neighborhood severance refers to the physical separation of divisions of a neighborhood caused by the infrastructures or transportation projects. So these are fragmentation of habitats, ear and nose pollutions, impacts on green spaces, disruption of social connections. So to mitigate these environmental effects, urban planners and policymakers can consider various strategies such as implementing green infrastructures, creating pedestrian-friendly spaces, and incorporating noise and pollution mitigation measures into the infrastructures projects. So next is accident experience. So accident experience, these are evaluated by well-established procedures, of which perhaps the only major controversial aspects is the evaluation given to the human life. So, accident experience is defined as the collision involving one or more vehicles, and it is can also involve other moving objects such as pedestrian or cyclist. So traffic accidents also frequently involve fixed objects such as trees, walls, or parked vehicles. So next is congestions and other benefits to vehicles. So it is for a livable and safe residential environment by reducing through vehicle travel. So congestions, it is refers to the situations when the demand of for road spaces exceeds its capacity, resulting slower speed, longer travel times, and increased delay for vehicles. So next is pedestrian journey. So pedestrian journey, the opportunity to make the road safe and enjoyable for pedestrian and efficient for vehicles, and set of roads provided access to dwelling and designed primarily for the safety of pedestrian. So pedestrian safer journey, or the pedestrian journey us help us wherein the educators, parents, and the others who are care about pedestrian safety to get the conversation started with the children and youth. So next is dirt. So dirt is our full and filthy substance related motor vehicles use, just as empty cans of oils, grease and materials, and etc. So this is the factors that affects to our environment, that cause air pollutions and water pollutions. So next is relocation. So relocation, there must be programs that are designed to cover compensation for those who relocate as consequences for transport investment, whether properly owner or tenant. So these programs that designs that the specific traffic uh, controls problems likely to arise, crisis relocation conditions, investigation control options designed to all uh, alleviate these problems and develop guidance for public safety agencies charged with maintaining orderly traffic flows during.
The last pillar is the traffic economy. It is the pillar that allocates transportation resources in order to meet the needs of the society. Transportation activities form a portion of a nation's economic product and plays a role in building or strengthening the national economy and has an influence in the development of land and other resources.
Sadly, due to traffic congestion in our country, it affects our economy badly. Studies show traffic congestion costs the Philippine economy at least 2.4 billion pesos per day. These costs include lost working hours, additional fuel consumption, health costs caused by air pollution, and loss of investment. All the pillars are working together to resolve this problem and hopefully they solve it fast enough.
That's all. Thank you.